Hello lovely viewers, you are most welcome to our channel Poetry Online. In this video, we shall be discussing the Wassce 2022 English Language Trial questions. First mock. Answers have been provided at the end of this video. Lessons and structure. Section I. In each of the following sentences, there is a word underlined and one gap. From the list of words lettered A to D, choose the word that is most nearly opposite in meaning to the underlined word, and that will at the same time correctly fill the gap in the sentence. Question 1. The prisoners were liberated after many years in dash. A. Captivity. B. Boredom. C. Crime. D. Judgment. The correct answer to this question is Question 2. His experience explains why he describes such dash evidence as trivial. A. Such paramount evidence. B. Such main evidence. C. Such overwhelming evidence. D. Such wonderful evidence. The correct answer to this question is Question 3. Abba has refined manners, but KOJO'S are dash. A. Unfriendly. B. Uncooked. C. Unpleasant. D. Unacceptable. The correct answer to this question is Question 4. NAANA read a prepared speech at a party, but ELIKAM gave a dash one. A. An impromptu one. B. An emotional one. C. An important one. D. An oral one. The correct answer to this question is Question 5. They made nasty comments about ADWOA, but I found her dash. A. Beautiful. B. Humble. C. Pleasant. D. Honest. The correct answer to this question is Question 6. She is supposed to distribute the rice, not dash it. A. Pile it. B. Save it. C. Hoard it. D. Load it. The correct answer to this question is Question 7. Documentary films are more factual than dash ones. A. Than scientific ones. B. Than historical ones. C. Than fictional ones. D. Than comical ones. The correct answer to this question is Question 8. The company has moved from temporary accommodation to dash premises. A. Larger. B. Haphazard. C. Illegal. D. Permanent. The correct answer to this question is Question 9. AKOSUA has a cheerful disposition, but her sister is dash. A. Arrogant. B. Gloomy. C. Weird. D. Rebellious. The correct answer to this question is Question 10. While BADU is a generous man, his wife is dash. A. Mean. B. Conservative. C. Impartial. D. Notorious. The correct answer to this question is Section II. From the list of words lettered A to D, choose the word that best completes each of the following sentences. Question 11. The tomatoes are fresh, dash a few are rotten. A. The tomatoes are fresh and a few are rotten. B. The tomatoes are fresh, so a few are rotten. C. The tomatoes are fresh, but a few are rotten. D. The tomatoes are fresh, therefore a few are rotten. The correct answer to this question is Question 12. Clever politicians know how to dash their supporters to win their votes. A. Know how to mislead their supporters. B. Know how to maneuver their supporters. C. Know how to manage their supporters. D. Know how to manipulate their supporters. The correct answer to this question is Question 13. He was accused of playing Dash's role in the disturbance. A. He was accused of playing in his role in the disturbance. B. He was accused of playing out his role in the disturbance. C. He was accused of playing down his role in the disturbance. D. He was accused of playing off his role in the disturbance. The correct answer to this question is Question 14. The treasurer should account dash the lost receipts. A. Should account for the lost receipts. B. Should account over the lost receipts. C. Should account into the lost receipts. D. Should account on the lost receipts. The correct answer to this question is Question 15. The students filled the questionnaire that was dashed to them. A. That was handed in to them. B. That was given out to them. C. That was given over to them. D. That was handed over to them. The correct answer to this question is Question 16. Collins did very dash in the final examination. A. Very bad in the final examination. B. Very worse in the final examination. C. Very worst in the final examination. D. Very badly in the final examination. The correct answer to this question is Question 17. Rice from Thailand and Taiwan dash cheap in the market. A. Sell cheap in the market. B. Are sold cheap in the market. C. Have sold cheap in the market. D. Sells cheap in the market. The correct answer to this question is question 18. Do you know the name of the master? A. Yes, I don't. B. No, I do. C. Yes, I did. D. No, I don't. The correct answer to this question is question 19. Dash that I was being cheated. A. I did little realize that I was being cheated. B. Little I did realize that I was being cheated. C. Little did I realize that I was being cheated. D. I did realize little that I was being cheated. The correct answer to this question is question 20. I don't believe all that he says. A. I don't believe all what he says. B. I don't believe all that he says. C. I don't believe all this he says. D. I don't believe all which he says. The correct answer to this question is section III. Choose from the alternatives lettered A to D, the one which is nearest in meaning to the underlined expression or expressions in each sentence. Question 21. James quivered at the sight of the policemen. A. Trembled. B. Sighed. C. Fainted. D. Screamed. The correct answer to this question is question 22. Most traditional folk songs were composed by anonymous musicians. A. Insignificant. B. Inconspicuous. C. Unusual. D. Unknown. The correct answer to this question is question 23. With determination, Harry achieved his ambition. A. Overcame. B. Snatched. D. Accomplished. D. Sustained. The correct answer to this question is question 24. Many public officers are sometimes defamed by the press. A. Mocked. B. Blamed. C. Labeled. D. Disgraced. The correct answer to this question is question 25. There was anarchy when the rebels took over the city. A. Fear. B. Lawlessness. C. Injustice. D. Oppression. The correct answer to this question is question 26. The lady is spiteful of all those below her. A. Hateful. B. Ashamed. C. Malicious. D. Scornful. The correct answer to this question is question 27. The delay in approving the contract was unforeseen. A. Unexplained. B. Unexpected. C. Unfortunate. D. Unscheduled. The correct answer to this question is question 28. His contract was abrogated because of his conviction. A. Broken. B. Stopped. C. Terminated. D. Shortened. The correct answer to this question is question 29. We must resist oppressors' rule at all costs. A. Remove. B. Refuse. C. Oppose. D. Abhor. The correct answer to this question is question 30. Several crucial decisions were made at the meeting. A. Painful. B. Important. C. Final. D. Disastrous. The correct answer to this question is section IV. After each of the following sentences, a list of possible interpretation of all or part of the sentence is given. Choose the interpretation you consider most appropriate for each sentence. Question 31. The parliamentarians were taken to task for failing to pass the rape law. This means the parliamentarians were A. Criticized. B. Withdrawn. C. Punished. D. Taxed. The correct answer to this question is question 32. David's new project cost him an arm and a leg. This means the project was A. Injurious. B. Expensive. C. Unprofitable. D. Innovative. The correct answer to this question is question 33. Your high-pitched voice often gets on my nerves. This means that they A. Cause me pain. B. Annoy me. C. Makes me nervous. D. Suits me. The correct answer to this question is question 34. Some state information is hashed for a period. This means that the information is A. Misunderstood. B. Handled roughly. C. Kept secret. D. Lost. The correct answer to this question is question 35. Bismarck described the accident in a nutshell. This means that A. He lamented the accident. B. His description was concise. C. His description was nasty. D. He talked about the accident. The correct answer to this question is question 36. The little boy turned up his nose at the gift. This means that the little boy A. could not see the gift properly, B. did not appreciate the gift, C. was surprised at the gift, D. smelled the gift before accepting it. The correct answer to this question is question 37. He had a close shave with death. This means that he A. died immediately, B. died later, C. almost died, D. lost a lot of blood. The correct answer to this question is question 38. It is preferable to strike while the iron is hot. This means that it is better to A. act promptly, B. go on strike when it is hot, C. use the iron when it is hot, D. take a decision when you are under pressure. The correct answer to this question is question 39. Monetary reward came to him as a windfall. This means that the reward was A. an added advantage, B. adequate compensation, C. well earned, D. an unexpected fortune. The correct answer to this question is question 40. Some practices do fly in the face of reason. This means that they are A. no longer useful, B. dying out, C. unreasonable, D. deceptive. The correct answer to this question is thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video. Please comment below on the scores you had.